Yo, what's up, all you Hex addicts? I'm checking to see if everything's working here. Hold on one second. I got Dlive running. I chickened out and I didn't run OBS, so forgive me for if it's not working yet. Hold on one second. Anybody in the chat? Let me turn the chat on too. Trying to get on the same page as Hexologist so that we can all support a platform, you know, and not mess around with the things that are going to censor us or kick us off or gatekeep us or any of that stuff. So let me see. Let me get up in the comments here. Everything seems to be working. That's on YouTube, right? How about on the Dlive? We got anybody on Dlive over there? Let's see. I got all this is coming from YouTube. I don't see anything coming from anywhere else. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey. Okay, so I'm seeing everything is running. Dlive is running. Maybe we just don't have anybody over there yet. That's cool. Oh, there we go. Stable genius. Thanks, bro. So the chat function's working. My old system here is working. It says you're offline on Dlive. Somebody over there is watching us. There's two accounts for Dlive. Unfortunately, it kicked me off when I tried to create one for Discourse Syndicate. So I ended up having to make one under RG3. So let me check something real quick here. It says Dlive, my channel. We're under okay, that's working. So it's RG3 _pirate is the Dlive channel. So that is working. I just got over there and screwed myself all up. So hold on a second. Let me bring Litecoin up. What's up, dude?
What up, man? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, yeah, I can hear you. So that's RG3 _pirate is yeah, RG3 crypto pirate is offline on Dlive. That was the one I created personally just to get on Hexo's show, and then I tried to do a Discourse Syndicate. It didn't let me create the name at first. So it told me 30 days. It can change. Whatever. I ain't worried about it for now. But anyway, it's Dlive is under RG3 _pirate. So there's people there working. So that's just my other one that you guys are seeing. What's up, dude?
Nothing, man. This is just all little speed bumps to the road of greatness, man.
Yeah, you know, I chickened out of OBS. I had OBS all set up.
Yeah.
But after I saw Hexo's show today, I was like, man, my shit's way more fucked up than his. His is dialed in, man. That guy knows what he's doing.
Dude's been streaming since day one, man.
Yeah, I got the capacity. I got the computer now, and I got the setup and all, so it should be good. We should be able to stream real nice and plug straight in, and we're good. But anyway, for now we'll go with the old StreamYard, and then maybe on Friday night we'll switch over to Dlive or to OBS. I mean, yeah.
There's so many programs nowadays.
Yeah. So what's up, man? You're not a fair weathered Hexican?
No, I'm not a fair weather Hexican. I'm here. I've been here since the beginning, just like you and just like Hexologist, man. And I swear, every time Hex gets a little quiet, crickets out here with the influencers.
I know it's hard to come up with just content. You know, oh boy, here we go.
It ain't a Litecoin stream if I don't drink, right?
Yeah, I guess. So the I guess the only time people are all super active is when price go up, right?
Right.
Right on. Well, oh wait, Dlive has limited functionality. I don't know what that means. maybe you guys can't do all of the stuff that it says. Is that what you guys are saying? Let me see. So I got the chat here, but well, that's cool. I'll just slide it.
Yeah.
It seems to be working all right, and so there's some people that are chatting in there. So
that's good. I mean, the more we're just diversifying a little bit just to make sure that we can't get knocked down. I mean, I think we all learned a big lesson what happened with Hexo, you know.
Yeah.
With YouTube and stuff, and we should have seen that coming, honestly, since like some of the video with me and Hexo got taken down, and a couple other ones before that, and one of Richard's streams as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, they had us on the watch list for a minute, you know.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if people are you know, narking us out or something, or you know, or if their algorithms are catching something, but I don't know what it is. But like you said, we got to prepare.
Yeah.
And you know, it was hard enough for me to get everything all set up to do this show the way we've been doing it. Now trying to find another stream, and I don't know if any of you guys out there know OBS, but maybe some of you can get on with Telegram with me. We can get on a call or something, because some about and Max OBS and live streaming just sucks, man. It just doesn't work the same way, because they came out with the new Catalina operating system, and it dumped all the siphon inject stuff, so you can't run a virtual webcam anymore. So you got to do all kinds of stupid workarounds, and I mean it's just kind of ridiculous. But let's see, anyone know why my tape backwards on Dlive? Nope, don't understand what you're asking.
No.
But anyway, yeah. So that's what's going on.
What's up, man?
What's up, Funny Jim? What's up, David Morales? I don't know what you're asking, bud. Gifting Hex, give me Liberty or give me Hex. Right on. Welcome. Thanks for showing up. Kevin Fua, Brian Jones, Barely Crafty, Brissology. What's up, dude? Let's see. You know what? Brissology's in here like all the freaking time.
All the time. Yeah.
All the time. How do we say, I'd like to make Brissology a admin. Can we do that? Or do you have to do that? Yeah, we have to do that from YouTube probably, huh?
Probably, yeah. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull up YouTube, because we need some. Not that anybody's been messing around, but
I haven't seen too much. But eventually, you know, once things start pumping up a little bit, I think we'll start getting the influx of new people.
Yeah, you know, I've been thinking is, you know, Friday's show is pretty risky, because I was watching a couple. I was going through some stuff trying to fix OBS, and a couple of YouTubers were like talking about how they opened up their stream and people came on and started doing some funky shit or whatever. So yeah, so I was like, well, I don't know if they could do anything any worse than us, to be honest. But
right. I think, it depends. I mean, I guess it depends if we want haters, you're right? Because eventually, I think you even wanted to get like a person that was like against Hex to see maybe we could talk to him why he was like that on the FN Hangout.
I'm down with that.
But they never come on. That's the problem. They're afraid, man.
Brissology.
Richard
just got the band hammer. All right. Cool. All right.
To you, Brissology.
So what's up, dude? What is going on in the world of Hex, though? What have you been doing in the world of Hex today?
What I was playing around with Hex.live for the first time on one of my main accounts, and I was just so shocked at where I was in shares.
You were telling me about that, man.
Taking a look at that account. Yeah, I was like, what's the rank that I was at? Like, I can't remember the name of it. Shark something.
I think you're a shark. It's it's shark rank.
Yeah.
That's hard to get to and hard to hold, especially now. It takes some big money to get you into shark range. Unless you emergency end stake, early stakes, and put them on there. Oh, okay, cool. Now I'm seeing how this works.
Yeah. I was thinking about taking a couple, maybe. Maybe one of my 1 year stakes and stuff, and just moving that over and laddering maybe 5 to 11, 5 to 15 on those. and get, just to get a little bit more shares and everything. But yeah, it felt pretty cool. The only thing I would say is like when you look at the shark and then you look at the whale, if you look really quickly, like I literally for a second thought I had 1% of the total shares. For a second, I was like, what? I was like, damn, okay, maybe I'm just calculating this wrong. I ran to RG3. I was like, bro.
Well, so I got a confession. We've got a cool guest that's coming on, and I got him like last second because one of our other really, really cool guests, he had to push us off a little bit because scheduling issues, and can't wait to get him on, but we'll talk about that later. So I just put mystery guest because we didn't know who was coming on today. We didn't have one, to be honest, because it's been so quiet out there. It's been real quiet in Hexland. But there's a great project that is blowing up right now, and that's the Hex Toys project. And everybody's digging their stuff. Everybody's digging their logos. Everybody's digging the app that they're putting out. And there's one of the I think he's a developer. If not, he's one of the moderators, and he is one of the top community members. But I think he's a developer. His name's Rye Guy. So I'm going to bring him up right now. Yo, what's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
All right, cool.
Yep.
How's it going?
We can hear you.
Hey, what up, man?
How's it going with you? We're good.
Yeah, pretty good.
So you're the one in charge of the Twitter?
Kind of. So I have been running the Twitter a little bit. I set up the Reddit a little bit.
So you guys kind of round robin a little bit with the account, essentially?
Sai helps as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now it's just me and Sai doing the Twitter, but
you guys are killing it on Twitter, man. I see you guys
man.
everywhere posting everything. I appreciate the memes, man.
Oh yeah, I love the memes.
So what? And then in the Telegram channel, of course, you're real active in the Telegram channel.
Yeah, I love just popping in and throwing a couple memes in there just to get some people laughing and having a good time,
So what are you doing for the project? Are you actually working on it, or are you just helping moderate everything?
Yeah, I'm just helping moderate. We do have a WhatsApp service for like when people go to place orders and they have issues. I'm hoping to set that up as well and get involved with that. We even got, do you guys know Deus Hex?
Yeah, I've seen him. I don't know him personally, but I've seen him, yeah.
Yeah, so today we actually just added him as like a live session one-on-one kind of onboarding counselor type thing. And
when you mean onboarding counselor, what are you talking about?
He'll walk you through like the basics of Hex. I'm sorry. So he'll join like a Zoom meeting and go through how to buy Hex, what Hex is about, talk about like Hex.win, Hexdex.win, all that stuff, and just kind of give you like a beginner's look at what Hex is about.
Now is that if somebody is now, do you guys have referral links on there, or is that just if somebody gets on the app and goes through Hex Toys or whatever to get in? Is that what that's all about, or?
So we don't have referrals yet, but we are working on it. We have like a Hex.Toys member login where you can sign up, and we're not sure what we're doing with that yet, but we're working on it.
So when did you guys decide to actually start this entire thing?
So I am not a one hexer. I found it in about end of February, early March, and I love the idea of it. I love the white paper. I immediately bought some. And then I was just memeing around in the Hex Telegram chat, and this guy messages me, and he's like, "Hey, did you make this icon or this logo?" And it was the United Hexagon Space Force logo. Yeah, so I was like, "No, but let me try and find out who did." And so I posted in the main chat, and I get another PM, and it's Hexologist. I'm like, "Oh shit, Hexologist is PMing me." So he tells me he made it. Okay, well this guy's looking for you.
We lost your sound, buddy.
I think your mic's kind of cutting out a little bit.
Set them up and how about now? I'm a soft speaker.
No, it might be the connection, maybe.
A little better. Your connection is kind of messing up. It's working, but you're cutting in and out. Your audio is.
I'm hardwired.
It's okay, man. All the Android 19 has destroyed the internet services across America, the greater world.
The 5G, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You're a little bit better now. So
I mean,
Hexologist
I have a
got.
5G phone.
Oh, yeah, mine is too. Every once in a while, it'll pop in 5G. I don't know if it's just the territories or what. More than
Yeah.
likely. So you said you start talking to Hexo, and then what happened?
So I introduced Hexo and Sai to each other, and Sai decided to create a Hex Toys Telegram chat, and he just started bringing in developers, started bringing in graphic designers, he started bringing in all these people he knew, and I watched him literally from day one of setting up Hex.toys. He built it in like 3 days. So he had it up and running, had an app in like a week. It was like ridiculous how fast he was coding this stuff. So fast forward to today, and we got 33 people in the developer chat for Hex Toys. I have a Hex Hub Telegram chat for the public. You guys can join it. It's t.me/hexhubofficial. You can join it and ask any questions you have. I'll be in there. I know Sai's in there. But yeah, we're just trying to bring the Hex community together and trying to aggregate everything in one spot, so it's easy for like a new person who's never heard of Hex to go in and quickly download the app and just have everything they need to know about it. You know?
Well, I know everybody's started to see it, but kind of explain the whole concept of the app and what it does and what it's about. You know, what it's trying to bring together.
Yeah. So it initially started as a merch store, but we expanded into, we put like I'm sure you guys are on there. Hexologist is on there. All the streamers, pretty much. Tons of videos. We have a UK underground radio station that's embedded into the app.
Oh, cool.
There's just so much stuff in the app. Like, it's hard to list everything in the app. Like Twitter, Reddit. We have Telegram feeds for news. We have like so much stuff, and Sai just somehow keeps coming up with new stuff.
And you guys have a transform lobby in there too, or a Uniswap in there?
We have our own Uniswap app, and Uniswap is in the Hex app as well.
And does it work with iOS or is it just Android right now?
Just Android right now. We are working on the iOS version, so.
Yeah.
So you can actually go into Uniswap and buy Hex right straight from the app.
Yes, there is a caveat. We do not support MetaMask yet, but we're working on it.
No,
we do have Fortnematic and 2 other.
By Trust, probably.
That I can't remember the name of, but they're in there.
Trust Wallet.
Yeah,
maybe?
Trust is one of them.
Yeah, Trust Wallet. That's a good mobile wallet just to kind of mess around as a pass through like cold storage, you know.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I know why I don't think he wants to talk about everything he's got going on, but I know he's got some stuff in the background working, and that's going to be cool. See what he brings in the future, because he's wanting to add a lot more stuff, right?
Yeah, he has ideas.
Right on.
So what kind of stuff do you guys have in the merch store?
There will be a lot more content coming. Right now we have some stickers, some Velcro patches. We have Nike caps, hopefully, and they're still on pre-order, but we're hoping next week, maybe the week after, we'll have them in. We also have a collectible 925 silver ring that's handmade in the UK. It comes with a customs jewelry box, and you have the option to engrave it as well.
Okay, and then is it the United Hex logo or is it the Hex logo that's on there?
The ring is actually.
Okay.
It's like a hex.
Got it. Oh, that's
like
cool,
a hexagon.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like signaling power.
Yeah. Join the Hex Force. But we're working on t-shirts, working on meme stuff, all sorts of stuff we're hoping to come out with.
Oh, that's hella cool, man. Damn.
Yeah.
That's what we kind of need, though, because it's kind of hard. I mean, it is kind of hard to get some shirts out here. I mean, like I've already contacted a couple places to make some shirts for me, just for funny little things I want to wear on stream.
Right. Yeah. One thing you can do.
No, I haven't.
Have you heard of Redbubble? So it's an online site. They do like custom merchandise, basically. You can upload a design and get it printed.
Oh shit.
Just make sure the Hex logo is all rights reserved. You can't use that. That's why we came up with our own Hex Force logo.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
So, but Redbubble, I think it's like $20 a shirt.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's
So,
all.
if you do
Now
your own
I haven't
logo,
seen the show yet,
So,
but it's all.
they do all the
obvious.
printing and shipping and everything. It's pretty.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show yet, but it's obviously the Space Force kind of thing behind the Space Force thing, right? Is that the show?
Oh, the movie, you mean?
Isn't there a TV show called Space Force
Space
or something?
Force?
Yeah.
Maybe Power Rangers.
No, it's like Space Force. There's a freaking. I saw it on the cable stream that there's like this Space Force with the what's his name, that guy that was in
Oh, The Office.
yeah, The Office. That
No,
dude.
that's a movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah,
no,
it's a movie.
dude, I'm telling you, there's a series or something on here because it was like all lined up like it was a series or something. So I don't know.
Oh, it's a
Space
show with
Force.
Steve Carell.
Steve
Okay.
Carell has a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a freaking show. Is that kind of what it's based on, right? I guess.
I don't know.
You don't know.
We just came up with it. I have no, creative outlet at all. So I'm very technical.
You're the keyboard tapper.
Hey, Hexioda. Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
I work in IT, so.
You're an IT dude. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
What do you do? Security stuff or programming? What do you?
I am a network admin right now. Hoping to get a degree in cybersecurity though.
Right on. And you so you jump into Hex in February. You find Hex in February. You jump in, and now you're working on a project with these guys, and you're probably sitting on a shit ton of freaking Hex, and you probably won't have to work after next year, right? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, that's the dream, right?
Dream, man. What the hell? You got in at the best time, man. That's some great prices right there, man.
Yeah.
And you're in your 20s, right?
23.
Son of a bitch, man. Man. I had some luck when I was 23, but not that kind of luck. That's for sure. So how did you find it? You just stumbled across it? You said you were
Hey man, up until now I haven't been lucky for shit. Yeah, so I was actually
He was actually what?
I think we were out of I stopped talking. I think we were out of sync for a sec. So I was actually trying to mine Ethereum before I found Hex. With GPUs. I was going to do nice hash mining. Bought a bunch of GPUs, built a rig, and found out it was just shit.
For what coin?
But
Ethereum.
Nice hash.
Yeah.
Oh, for nice hash.
Yeah, Ethereum basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to use nice hash and trade it for Ethereum.
It's always better to hit the green button, man. Always, man. How do you make a coin go up, bro? You hit the green button, man. That's so goddamn true, man.
Johnny Chaos is coming on with us. Hold on a second.
Wandering around trying to make sure I could get a signal.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, Johnny?
How's it going, guys?
We're good, man. We got Rye Guy in here with us today.
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I love the site. I've been picking through that. So how do you got that set up for the day one stakers? Is there a coupon or something that you got to enter the code, or how's it work exactly?
So what we ask is that you place your order for the pin, and in the comment section, leave your Ethereum address.
Okay.
Yes, once we verify your stakes are from day one, we refund the cost of the pin, and we just ask you pay for shipping.
Gotcha. Not like it's that expensive anyway. I think everybody should get one. They're pretty cool looking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Johnny? What's going down? I saw you've been real active in the Twitters today.
I know, man. It's like I've been banging my head going, stop trying to help people. They don't want help. They want to live in their reality. So it's been kind of frustrating. I was actually watching a miner today, and I threw the link up there, and I did like a quick video where I said, hey, take a look at this whole mining thing. And I kind of sort of have a theory, because you see these short stakes that keep coming on and off. It looks like almost like miner behavior, where you would stake for a month, and then at the end of the month you take your coins and you restake your stake and then sell off the profit. That would be kind of miner behavior. So I'm wondering if we maybe have some miners in the system already, testing it out, testing the waters, because that interesting thing about Hex is that you don't have to pay for electricity or equipment, and you can generate the coins and sell them, as interest develops. It's like a substitute for mining. And after watching that video of that miner and spending all this money and having all this equipment, and they're not making a lot because they have to sell their coins to pay for electricity. So
yeah, the margins are small.
that's gotta be something that they have to look at as an alternative to mining. It would just make perfect sense. What do you guys think?
That's what I did.
That's how you did it?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to be a miner, found Hex, and I'm a staker.
But are you staking short term, or have you staked long term past big payday?
I think I have one stake that's like a day before big payday, and then every other stake is at least after, if not 5,555 days.
Nice. Yeah, well, at 23, that's good for you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You keep busting his balls.
I don't know if I'm going to be around in 15 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. He ain't even going to be 40 yet, man. He's still going to be freaking, shit. 15 years that's nothing. Under 40,
no,
damn.
It's gone before you know.
And you know what, Johnny? The one thing that they don't understand, though, is the interest that they're gaining or losing by doing that. And their play was to, play like you said, like a miner, like jump in for a month, pull it out, jump in for a month, pull it out, and then right before big payday, throw it in after the big payday. And they're just wrecking themselves when it comes to the share price.
Well, yeah, but maybe they don't think that it's going to be around, and they're just continuing normal miner behavior. I mean, that would be normal miner behavior, and that would explain why they're not concerned about the big payday and why these very large stakes just jump in and out like that. It's just
some
wanting
people
to stay
just want
liquid.
income. People just want income sometimes. I mean, it's possible that they have rigs and another ecosystem, and what they're doing is taking the profits they've already made off of another ecosystem, bought Hex, and then are just doing that, rinsing and repeating, just to basically pay off electric bills. So, and then from there, with some of the profits, are probably buying more Hex. So maybe it's a kind of a cool sort of snowball system where like eventually their pile of Hex will keep growing and growing essentially.
Yeah,
well, I mean, if you look at the average person trying to get into mining now, it's just not possible.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't possible a few years ago. I tried setting up an operation where, like I said, I had friends that were building big mining operations. I wanted to go. I said, well, let's put a miner in everybody's house. Let's put a program together, put a miner in everybody's house that has, like solar power where they're selling back electricity and stuff. See if we can lead some of that off and get into a cost-effective home, and just put these boxes all over in people's homes, these secure locked up boxes, and try and mine everywhere that we could. And just doing all the math, it just doesn't work out. You've got to be literally in a place where electricity is dirt ass cheap. You've got some kind of renewable power, either, turbine, hydroelectric or wind turbine or something like that. They've got geothermal, thermonuclear, geothermal, all that kind of cheap power. And then, of course, all of the real cheap stuff is in China. So, I mean, that's why we have what we have in China, is because that's where all the cheap power is. So mining is It's not fee. There's no margin on the margin's so tight on it that it's not worth it. And then it's bad for the system because you're dumping all the time to pay the bills. You know.
Yeah.
So it's a I don't know. It's a necessary evil, I guess, but it's a losing battle there.
Even in February of 2017, it's the economics are still pretty trash at the time. And I know people were pushing those, like, you know, those little miners for Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum. I saw that. No, that was, I knew even I knew back then. I was like, no, hell no, man, that's too much work. I'd rather just buy the coins, man. But I think maybe it was, you could probably do it. Maybe if it was 2015. I think that was at the time because it was less competition. But now, man, it's hell no, man.
No,
I would literally need to go to Mother Russia and go to like I don't know, Stalingrad or something, and go like buy a fucking entire reactor to myself and stuff. I mean that's the only way I can see it happening where you can get the electricity cheap enough, but you have to have so many machines already. So it's like either way, it's still like a rich man's game, and still you could really lose your ass doing that.
Yeah, no, you can't. It's
Absolutely.
I think that's going to be kind of where it's at.
I think you would need.
I mean, that's what Peter Thiel's doing, man. He's like his solar farm is going to be up and running by the end of this year. The first part of it and stuff. So out in Texas, so we might start seeing a small shift in the percentage of these Bitcoin miners or whatever, and Ethereum miners in the United States, which is, you know, no, that's kind of cool. But still, I mean, it took a billionaire to do that.
But you can stake with $5 and no equipment to buy, and continue to make actual crypto, and you can take those coins and trade them for any crypto you like.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like universal mining, you know?
Yeah. You're pushing the green button and then you're pushing the stake button. I mean,
no, it's an honest proof of stake coin is what it is. It's an honest, functioning, working proof of stake coin. It's the only one I've seen like it. I mean, you can literally stake it today and unstake it tomorrow and realize your gains, cash them out. And that's, I mean,
and I believe RG sometime in the future, those other coins eventually are going to have some kind of feature that's similar to Hex's, maybe someday.
Maybe someday they're going to have to. I mean, if they want to get with the program, so we'll
there
be
are promises, man. They got roadmaps and stuff. Someday they're going to have what we have had for the past 6 months. Someday.
Yeah, I know.
Someday.
It's sad. It's sad. So anyway.
Shani.
So the chart, man. I was looking at the chart. It's like, I mean, Hexologist can sit there and make it sound so friggin' cool and so awesome, and it's as sideways as we can be, right? It's like, and so everything's getting quiet. Everyone's settling down from the big pump, you know.
Right.
And it's funny how the energy is like just being like run out of the rooms, you know. But Hexo's still at it every day with freaking energy, man. Yeah. Dig it. This
is the time to dollar cost average, man. When it's quiet, when this is how it felt when it was like, you remember when it got down to like the AA lobby was like 277. This is how quiet it was. Like quiet, it was quieter because it was even smaller back then. It was quieter. Then bam, launch. Bam, then launch. And it's these quiet periods is where you can really accumulate something and you can get a good steady price for your coins, you know?
Yeah, it was as quiet. I mean, we've had a downturn, you know, we've had a downturn and a spike, a downturn, a spike, a downturn, you know, so it's been actually fluctuating, moving. But I mean, from like, what was it? February when we had that last little, you know, kind of pump. And then from there all the way to like, what is it? April was when that big pump came in, that first big whale jumped in, and then it just went to the moon from there. So that, I mean, that was a long period of it going sideways, you know, long period. That was like the big bear market of Hex.
What's fun is we are the only community that when the coin goes down, we're like, whatever, because nobody's planning on selling right now anyway, and that's
Hell no.
that's the
Yeah.
only time when the price matters is when you plan to sell. You know, and it's and even when the price goes down, as long as you're making more hex, technically that offsets the price that goes down because you're still you're still making more of the coin. So it really lessens the blowout of it because even if the price goes down, your stack of coins is still going up. So it doesn't hit you like a hammer when all you can do is just watch your other coin go down, go down, go down, go down, and you're just holding it, and it's still one coin or two coins, and it's just going down, right?
Yeah.
So I think that really lessens the blowout of it. So
yeah, I mean, what I've been doing is like, I would say maybe like whatever I buy on Saturday and Sunday, I just keep as liquid, and then I stake pretty much Monday through Friday, basically. And so the first 4 days are just normal stake, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, and then from there, the rest I start going ham, and I start doing all the way up to like 15, like literally a ladder. I start doing ladder stakes all the way up again because it's just kind of fun. I know those gas fees are going to be crazy later on, but I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm gonna.
you
I'm
can be
gonna.
real meticulous with those stakes,
No, I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do them that close. Like I talked to Ryan about his because he's got that real beautiful freaking stake ladder of his, and
pretty chart.
yeah, it's pretty chart. But mine are like just all over the place. And then I've got. I want to create 4 new wallets because I'm gonna emergency end stake some and redistribute them some more. And then I'm going to have, a few different wallets because I want to spread them apart a little bit. And then I wanted to do, so I've got my, I guess you would call my, my family stake where it's like, kids' birthdays and graduations and, daughter's wedding, anniversaries, stuff like that. I put some out like that. But then I want to have like an income stake. So I looked at Ryan's in depth and his is a little tight for me. I think maybe once a month would be fine. So he did them like every week. And then once a month, he'd put a bigger stake and then he'd do them every week. And then once a month, he'd do a bigger, at the end of the month, he'd do a big stake. So it was like a bunch of little stakes, big stake, bunch of little stakes, bigger stake. And then, so I was like, okay, well, that looks like a good ladder. So I'll go monthly. I'll just do it monthly. I'll do one a month. And then every 3 months, I'll do a bigger stake. And then every 3 months, and then do a bigger stake. And then push that out, 3-5 years or whatever. Do it that way versus, every week seems like that's a job, when you start pulling them out after that,
Shout out to my daily stakes.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to have like a fat 5-5-5 stake, and just put another wallet with a big 5-5-5 out there, Quattro Cinco out there, and then throw that out and call it good and sit back and watch the show next year because that's going to be cool.
Definitely.
You guys got me thinking last show when we had Firebun on there and we were going over the stake thing. So yes, after that show, I went, okay, do I really need this right now? Why don't I just go ahead and push those stakes right out there? And so I had some stakes that were about 50% done, and I went ahead and pulled them. And the damage really wasn't bad because they were a couple thousand hex here and there wasn't a big deal because I could just buy that back. Right. So I just bought back what I would have my interest that I would have gained, and so I didn't really lose my position and just staked it out farther and watched the multiplier and the big payday go bloop, 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 bloop. Watch my share rate go bloop, 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 bloop. And I'm going, wow, I don't really need it right now. I'll just go ahead and put it there and wait.
Yeah, no, it was amazing how much more you get by pushing them out longer. It's like, whoa, it was big. It was big. So
see, and I wanted to play by the rules too. I mean, I didn't want anything to fall in my emergency on stake column at all. That pride, I didn't want to do it. But it's like, I'm not really losing anything here. So why not go ahead and push that out a little bit and call it good. I
also kind of doubled down on that strategy of like making stakes like a couple weeks before the Bitcoin happening, and then 1 year afterwards or 6 months afterwards. That being, because that's kind of like, if you kind of notice when that happened, it's kind of like we're already starting to kind of get some of the altcoins spring a little bit right now with the alts rising. So it's kind of nice to just in case have some gunpowder in there, you know.
Yeah, I saw them talking about that in Twitter today. They're talking about it being altcoin spring.
Oh, the spring. They're so afraid to say season.
Well, they were actually saying that. They were saying season. They were saying season, but it's just, I don't know. It doesn't feel that way to me. I mean, what are we looking at right now? When you look at some of the alts, I mean, the whole
you got that Hex versus everybody else this year chart. Hex versus everything else this year chart. Pull it up, throw it up there. Yeah,
I know.
It's alt season, all right. And there's only one alt to even be bothering with.
I know. So, what did you guys think of Suppleman's deal the other day?
I got through like halfway through it. It seemed pretty fair for the first time.
When did he do that? Did he do that Monday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just yesterday then he did that. Was it yesterday? I can't remember.
Yeah.
One day.
Yesterday.
Because Crypto Pro got kind of negative like lately, because he was kind of saying that, like, you know, Superman this, Superman that, and then once he dropped that video and stuff, I want to see what Crypto Crow's gonna say, because Crypto, you know, Crypto Crow was on with Richard, you know, and he was pretty cordial and everything. It was pretty good stream. Yeah,
until he wasn't with Richard.
Right, exactly. Then he got a little bit negative on it, you know.
Fucking weak ass pussy, man. What? That's weak. That was weak.
What I think is happening here, RG, is they're coming around and they're trying to set the groundwork, because to just completely
set themselves up so that they can go, see,
awesome.
I told you it was okay.
Right, yeah. You know, so they have to set it up. Okay,
that's what they're
trying to save face here.
Yeah, that's what it.
Reality is. Go ahead.
Well, like I'm saying, that's what his whole streams seemed like was, well, I'm gonna stand up here on top of the fence. I'm gonna say some shit this way and some shit this way and see which side you guys make me fall on, or this thing falls on, trying to take the safe route. And it appears that he did some research. That he actually looked at the project. That he actually read some stuff.
He did.
He got some things wrong. But that's, I mean, that's natural, and not everybody gets Hex from the beginning. I mean, he probably did a couple of days of research, and you know, and that's what it seemed like. He seemed like a noob in Hex. He kind of got it, but he missed the details. And what's important about Hex is the details, because it's the details that keep it from being on top of that fence. They keep it from looking like, oh, well, no way, that's no good. No, wait, no, it's really like this. Oh, well, that's different. No, it's not like this. It's like this. And then, so all of those issues that they all miss and get wrong are the things that make Hex the diamond that it is. Those are the facets that it has that they need to understand. So like, you know, for instance, oh, well, it's going to dump, he says, right? And it's like, no, dude, you didn't understand that when you do Bitcoin claim, that you from that day out is your lock. So every day Bitcoins are claiming, every week or so big Bitcoins are claiming, and they're really not that big. I mean, even like I seen that one dude did 1,500 Bitcoin that one day, and you know, he was only sitting on a it wasn't a lot of, I mean, what is that, a few million Hex, you know? Back in the day, that was an ETH and a half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So there's some people out there with some monster stakes that are believers in the project, and really the Bitcoin claimers aren't the big whales. And
no,
there hasn't been a lot of them. So I think that at the end, as these bigger Bitcoin claims come in, I mean, they're getting pushed out so far, and they're so diluted that they really are insignificant. So the Bitcoin claimers are really insignificant. It's the people that have big stakes that got in early,
big and long stakes
that are going to, you know, do any dump fluctuation at all. And those people are probably smart enough to where they're only going to cash out some of their Hex and then stake the rest of it, or pull pull profits and put principal back in and stake it again. You know, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen with a lot of those. So I see a lot of price stabilization here with the way Hex is set up.
See, and that's the.
and
Go ahead, Litecoin.
Go ahead, Johnny, dude. I wasn't trying to interrupt you. It's the lag, dude. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. I was just saying, like after big payday, I think we're gonna hit a point. Let's see, probably in March and April, May, that time frame where it's gonna get a little more quieter. This is like in 2021, a little bit quieter, and we're gonna start seeing an increase of stakes. So the supply might still be like 19 by that point, might be like 18% staked, 98 and 92% not staked, and then we'll start getting somewhere close to maybe like 40% staked, 60% unstaked, and which will then I think that after that point, we're going to hit sort of an inflection point in the amount of staked Hex that the price is going to start launching up because of a lack of supply, essentially. Because a portion of that is the OA, right? So the other part, I think a lot of people are, because I mean that's kind of like what we did in those years and stuff during that point. Like I remember, like we were just like, there was like no point to even hold liquid Hex. You just staked it. Why not? And I think that's just what's going to happen during that 3 month, that 1 quarter in 2021. That's going to help lead us into the big bull market in 2021. For Hex.
To our 33 cents.
People complain about the OA and they say, well, all that is open and it's going to dump. What I see is the OA that's open is not competing against its believers and taking part of the stake shares, and it's actually staying open. It builds the market cap, and it's actually not competing for those shares. So it's actually kind of a good thing that that's not staked, because that's paying the believers and the early investors more. So that is actually, I think, benevolent, not malevolent behavior,
Yeah. But the one good thing about having a lot of not staked Hex is that it does increase our market cap, which helps get exposure, obviously, right? And especially with all the media we're going to end up getting around big payday. That's pretty good. After that, that's when I think the stakes are actually going to come in after big payday, right? So you're getting paid less anyway. But so there is a benefit to doing it now before the big payday, so you can get that big payday. So what you can get that big payday later on, in this, because once you stake after big payday, you're getting way less.
Oh yeah.
Way less. But you're still, unless you're staking out long, like maybe like 6 years or so in the stakes. Because I think to double I don't know the math yet, because I don't know what's going to happen with the share rate. But like, if let's just say right now you on a million Hex stake for 1 year, you double it, right? Kind of how it is right now. Worst case scenario, you're probably going to have to do you're probably going to end up having to do like 730 days, 2 years to double that stake by that point, by the middle of like 2021. So it makes sense to get some of these early shares there and then see where the market leads you on that point and stuff. But I think that's what's going to happen, is that you're going to get a bunch of new people new to Hex that are just going to buy up the supply, stake it up, and that's going to dry up the supply. And then
that game theory still stays. So the game theory still stays of whether you're staking for longer or bigger pays better. That still stays. The only thing is you're not getting the big payday. But you're right. As soon as people start cashing out and ending their stakes after big payday, that's where the share rate goes ballistic. And that's why I was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and lock those share rates in. I don't need it. I'll worry about it later. So
yeah. It's going to be a huge buying opportunity too. If we ever let's just say we believe this bullshit of the giant dip that's going to happen after big payday or whatever, right? It's going to be a huge opportunity to get Hex cheap.
Oh yeah.
Because after that, because we've passed all the craziness. Now we're getting into the steady eddy part of the system. And once the staking starts happening and everything like that, the price per Hex, forget the shares, the price per Hex is just going to keep increasing over time, because it's going to become a game of FOMO, essentially, where like you're trying to get a bigger bag than the next dude next to you, so you're staking longer than him. So it's going to be like, what is it's going to be like keeping up with the Joneses with the stakes. So like, what's the neighbor's stake over there? Oh, okay, let me make sure mine's one day ahead of that asshole. Or like, you know, hey, you know, there's going to be this big competition. Yeah, with like, you know, because just being, I mean, literally like being 2-3 days, having your stake 2-3 days longer than somebody else means you get way more, especially, and you're able to accrue all those extra emergency end stakes. So, yeah, I mean, 2 months before big payday comes out and people are emergency unstaking, geez, I mean, you want to have some stakes now because 2 months before big payday, like that's when people are going to be emergency unstaking, doing dumb stuff, and then you're just raking in the hex.
Yes, you can always count on people to do dumb stuff.
Oh, I know, dude. You ever seen the marshmallow test? Yeah.
Yes.
Hey guys.
If you wait, you get 2 marshmallows.
You gotta.
Oh, right.
You gotta roll, Rye.
Yeah, I'm head out.
Oh,
That's all right with you guys.
hey, man.
Hey,
it was really nice
thanks
to
for
meet you,
joining
man.
us, man.
Thank you for coming.
We appreciate
Yeah,
you, dude.
thank you for having me. It was an absolute pleasure to be here.
All right, you take care, bud.
Take care, guys.
Go
I'm gonna be
IT
putting in
it.
my order soon.
You know it.
Yeah. The Hexagon Space Force.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Cool dude. So
Hope his stakes are long.
do you guys know where Hexagon came from?
The hexagon thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who made it up first.
Looking at him.
Oh, you made it up first. Okay.
I did it. I did it in the chat one day, and we
I
were
always say
voting on it.
hexers. I always say hexers.
I never
You say
got credit
hexagons.
for it, so I'm going to take the credit myself right now.
All right.
If you go back into the Telegram back in like February, we were talking about, hey, they were talking about different nicknames, right? And and I threw Hexagon out there, and it kind of stuck. So I'm taking credit for it. So
And now there's a hexagon Space Force patch. You should be getting a free patch, man. Right guy,
man, I'll buy all their stuff. I want to support the community. I'll buy stuff. I want them to get a flat bill hat so that I can get me one of them hats because I like their logo. The logo's cool, man. Logo's cool. Let me turn on. Go ahead. There we go. A little bit of light.
Headband close up. R.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Arr. I was messing around with OBS and trying to fix the background and do all these things and I got all this pirate stuff that I play with, and it just as soon as I started putting everything together, it just got turned into this big old mess. So I said, oh, no, I can't go all that out on it. So I tore it all down, tore it apart, and then rebuilt it again. But that thing is something else, man. That OBS is that Hexo uses is really, I mean, it's taxing and it sucks on Mac. It just sucks on Mac. I gotta go back to PC. Who's that now?
Oh, Antoinette.
Oh, Annette. You mean Annette?
The
Annette.
The Annette.
Hexet.
Oh, she says I like the bandana. Yeah, I usually wear them. I haven't been wearing them much. I just throw a hat on, but that's my little.
Maybe she likes mine.
Maybe she does like yours. Maybe she does.
Watch I pull my hair off. It's a toupee.
He's got a snake. Yes.
Right guy said it's a special order for the flat bill. Yep, I will put in a special order for the flat bill. I want one of those.
So he knows PayPal sends you a warning when you go through that site.
PayPal sends you a warning.
Yeah, PayPal sends you a warning when you go through that site. That's why I didn't close it out because I got a fraud warning from PayPal when I tried to go through the cart. So I don't know what's causing that. That's something they might want to check into.
So I'm gonna go into the chat and pull up some stuff. Funding Jam. Check out these guys on YouTube. They're not
do that. I'll be right back. I gotta get my charger.
Educate me, my friend. Where was that one at?
Shout out to Firebun, man. What's up, dude? Keep taking that spice.
Firebun, I know you're working. You tell them keep taking spice. I know you're working, bro. Keep it up. Keep it up. I can't wait to see what you guys are coming up with, man. Right on, right on. Let's see. Educate me, my friend. My Hexicans, Brian. Did you get the logo okayed by the RH trademark, man? That situation confuses me. Well, look, at what they did was they took the Hex logo and built on top of it. So it's really, technically it's been changed. So I think that it doesn't mess with any copyright issues. So I think it's cool because it's like their own logo on top of the Hex logo. I think that's how that works. I don't know. It could, like if you did that to the Nike swoop, I don't know if they can't get some really high some expensive lawyers to coming after you or something, but I don't know. But I think that it's
exposure.
Yeah,
it's nice exposure. I mean, it'd be like just going after people that are doing like bad stuff, you know.
What's
That's
up, Fireball?
I don't think he was meaning that as a way to just slam everybody. I think Richard appreciates the people that are working positive things for the community.
There was a particular incident, I think, that he
Yes.
asked them to stop, you know, and because there's a lot of dApps and stuff coming out, and there's scammers like crazy, dude. Me and Ryan were talking late last night, and we were looking at because Hex Business is they're going from V1 to V2 today, and they've done it rather quickly. Actually, I think they were planning on launching on Wednesday, and then they went all the way to today, which was a week later, last Wednesday, and then they were coming out on Monday. So now it's been a couple days. So to be honest, in the IT world, that's fast, and in crypto, that's fast. So even if they get it out by the end of the week, all of it, because I guess they got a bunch of different processes that they got to go through. But we were looking at Uniswap, and there's all these freaking Hex coins in there. Like there was all these different like fake Hex coins, fake Hexy coins. So there's people in there trying to scam off and leech off. I mean, some of them had a couple $100 in them of liquidity that somebody had bought some or whatever. I mean, it was just, there's just all kinds of shit just going on in Uniswap that people are trying to like scam out or something. I don't know exactly
we got more interest than Bitcoin does as far as scams, huh? They want to build all the scams on Hex now because they want that Hex more than they want the Bitcoin. That's kind of funny if you think about it.
Yeah, DC. Let's see, Hex usually sue all the nut bolt companies. A nut and bolt is a Hex. You should sue all the nut and bolt companies. Yeah, okay, Trevor, I hear that. Let's see here. This one here. Oh, so a couple things. So Hexy took their time to get it right with their audits release. So I know that they went to lawyering, and they went to auditing, and they went to get things all dialed in before they did this launch. So that's I know that's part of their game plan. And then this is a little update here. T says, "Yep, we received our V2 tokens already. The website and UI are being released in a few hours." So I know that those guys over there, I kind of check into their chat rooms every once in a while, and they've been working their asses off. Some of those moderators were in there, like I'll see them in there in the middle of the night. I'll wake up in the morning, they're still in there answering questions. They're answering the same old questions, and so they've been working hard. So
congratulations to them.
Yeah, congratulations, you guys, on Hexy on knocking it out, and I guess what people were talking shit about them, saying they're going to scam out and all this stuff and exit scam, but nope, they're launching it and it's coming out, and V2's here, and their liquidity's getting up there, and all that. People are getting airdrops, so hey, it's working. And hey, what's up, Yoda X Yoda? What's up, Hexarinos? He says. No, it's Hexicans. Hexicans. Don't try and change it now. Let's see. Thanks, Flanders. Pinned message pinned message for people in the Telegram channel. Oh, okay. So yeah, DCC is saying that they pinned the message up in the Telegram channel for Hexy, I believe, that of the process. They've got it they've got their roadmap of everything that they're doing during their migration, and they're crossing out all the things that they've completed. So they're moving along. So congratulations, Hexy. Good job. What else is going on in the chat room? Anybody saying anything? Asking any questions?
Are they the most successful
dApp
project that's been built on Hex? dApp that's built on Hex?
Well, I mean, like all of Trayvon's games and stuff have kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't hear much from him. I haven't seen much. I saw him up in his attic. I don't get that. Why is he in his attic doing like his streams? He goes up. Have you seen that? He goes up in his attic and does his streams.
Yeah. I like the classic. Oh my god! We just did a show with him and stuff. You know what? The one with this, he's in his car all the time.
Oh yeah. David.
Yeah.
But you know, and that's the other thing. Like, I haven't seen Benjamin. I haven't seen him. Our dude, what's his name? The guy that works out in the oil fields. I haven't seen him.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I like
a lot of people. Yeah.
I like seeing the normal guy stuff, you know? So guys, get back on there and put some content out and keep it up. Don't, just because we're going sideways a little bit, don't give up. You know, if Hexologist can do it every day and fucking make it exciting and bring everybody together. I mean, in the bear market, this guy loses his channel, goes to another channel and gets more subs. So, I mean, it's all in perspective, how you look at it, how you attack. If you give up, if you back off, if you slow down yourself, then yeah, you know, you're creating that, you know, but you know, we've got a lot to be excited about. I mean, look at these, like we're talking about dApps right now. Look at the dApps that are being built and the ones that are they're on their upgrades. They're on their second rounds and moving and growing and people are understanding Hex a lot more. Now we've got people emergency end staking on purpose. I remember when that was just like a little, I remember when Kyle first said that. Remember when Kyle first said that? He did it on Discourse Syndicate. He said, yeah, you know, there's going to be a reason why. If you go back and watch that show, you'll see. Yeah, there's going to be a reason why. In some cases, people are going to want emergency end stake, and we were like, whoa, what? What did you just say? Because emergency end stake was a bad word, you know. I mean, we were all like, you know, if you emergency end stake in February, March, April, you know, that was a bad word. There was no such thing as you emergency end staking, you know. You just didn't do that shit. You were like Hex dog shit at that point. So
you believe in Satan?
What's the matter with you? You believe in Satan, boy? You know, so I mean, but today we're all sitting here strategizing on emergency end staking, right? You know, how can that affect you and make your bag bigger? How is that going to advance your position? And it's all about good behavior too. And it's all driving good behavior. Stuff that Richard talked about. I made this to drive good behavior and to get rid of all of this dump and pump and dump bullshit, you know, and Hex is doing that. It's doing that. And we see it because we're so involved in the community and we've listened to the devs and we've listened to Richard and we've watched ourselves what's happening. And now kind of like our vision was like this at first and now it's going, we're like,
exactly.
Oh, shit, you know? So our vision's getting bigger on this thing. And people, I mean, even when I was talking about it in the chat room last week about emergency end staking and one of the noobs jumped on me right away and said, "Oh, dude, what's the matter with you? You know, what are you doing? What are you doing in emergency end staking?" I was like, I wasn't even going to get into it with him. He didn't understand yet. So, I mean, we're just starting to really figure out what's really going on. So the rest of them who are still in FUD mode, I mean, the best of the best was that thing we saw with Supple Man, which was like a limp noodle, you know, interview or whatever. I mean, that was just weak. I'm sorry. I like Supple Man. I did. I liked him. You know, I thought he has a great presence. He does a great show. He's just one of those guys that, you know, do a command performance type of deal. But
he was playing to the crowd.
But he's playing to the crowd. And his information.
He didn't have anybody in. No hexers watch him. So there was nobody in his comments to play to go the other way. And we didn't find out about it until after the fact because nobody follows him. So,
yeah. So, you know, like you said, I said, well, so bravo with a question mark was my Twitter to him, you know, it's like, we're supposed to applaud him for sitting on top of the fence, you know, and then, you know, whatever. But
yeah.
But what's funny is that's the best the best that we've gotten so far.
I know.
You know?
Usually
I
it's
don't
these-
know.
it's these clowns
No,
shitting on
Leia did a good
No,
job.
Leia did a great job. But
Leia did a great job.
yeah, Leia did she did an honest job, and she was kind about the whole thing. But Supple Man, he did his research and just got it wrong and sat himself on the fence because of that. So, you know, that was because the stuff that he put out there, at least she was interviewing Richard and getting, you know, answers to questions. Supple Man wasn't doing that. He was giving himself his own answers, and the information that he was passing along. Had Supple Man did that with Richard, it would have been a really good interview. It would have been a really good situation because Richard could have straightened him out on all of those things that he was fencing on. Because, you know, if Richard was there, he could have said, no, what you really need to understand is this, you know, like just that one simple thing that he screwed up, which he screwed up a few things. The one simple thing he screwed up about the Bitcoin claimers all dumping on big payday.
They can't. Yeah,
they can't. And Richard could have straightened him out and said, no, you got those people are getting in all throughout, you know, and their stakes are all being pushed out a certain length. Each one of them stakes is out beyond the other one by day by day by day by day, you know. So if he would have understood that, it would have went, oh, okay, so there's no possible way for the Bitcoin claimers to dump, which are the most likely to dump because those are the guys who say, I'm gonna get my free shit and get out of here, you know.
So to clarify, basically they are auto staked a minimum of 350 days. So they get 10% of their claim, and from the day that they stake is 350 days. So if they were to claim today, they couldn't dump until next year.
Yes,
Exactly.
So Goat Farmer says Ivan did the best job. I don't know about that. Ivan said it's a bad project, so fuck Ivan. That's what I have to say.
It was kind of a salty debate. Richard Hart and Ivan kind of had a salty debate, but I kind of think they were both ready.
But he said he goes. I don't think it's a scam, but I think it's a bad project. So what does that tell you about his dumb ass, to be honest? I'm sorry. I got to call him out on it. He said something stupid, and he deserves to be called out on it. And everybody's been stroking this guy like he did something good, and he didn't. He said it was a bad project. And what he says, when he says something like that, that means something to a lot of people out there. So I'm fucking pissed off about that bullshit. And everybody was talking about Ivan like he did something great. He didn't do fucking nothing great. He did a disservice to Hex by calling it a bad project. So fuck him. That's my 2 cents.
I mean, 80% of the coins that they talk about on these altcoin channels have gone to shit. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, dude. Like at all. Like they're like most of the coins, ABC, Boo Boo, shitcoin, you know, fucking Verge and all this crap. Like,
and then they don't talk about him no more. They don't come back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I didn't know that they were gonna scam out on you guys. I didn't know they were gonna dump on you. I didn't know that somebody had a bag that big that was gonna freaking hit you in the heads. I didn't know that they were gonna walk away from that part of the project and they lied about it." None of them say any of that shit. They never do. You know, they pump it up when those guys give them all the shit to pump it up with, and then they walk away from it. They just
and you always see those top 5 altcoins that are going to make you rich bullshit everywhere. And once this alt season starts up again, that's what you're going to see is the top 5 coins to make you rich. And here's how they go about it. All right, if they catch it in a bull run, you can throw a dart, and any of those coins are going to go up. And then all they have to say is, "Well, you held on too long."
So hold on a second. Goat Farmer says, Ivan has come back and talked. Well, Goat Farmer, I haven't seen it. So if I'm wrong and he's got something else, please send me the link to where he said something better, because after he pulled that shit, I quit watching his stupid ass until he's got, you know, if he came back and said, you know, hey, I made a mistake and I shouldn't have called it a bad project, then cool. If he walked it back, then cool. But I haven't seen it yet. So please send me the link and I'll check it out, and I will. Well, I want to apologize because he did say it once, and I can say something once too. So I'll just walk my shit back if he does get his head put on straight. So right on, Goat Farmer. Thanks, man. Send me the link.
He's definitely faced with reality. Go ahead, Litecoin.
But half these big YouTubers, like the coins that they recommend are like paid advertisements anyway, and those coins don't do shit anyway. I mean, like I remember I literally, you can go back and look how many people recommended Salt and recommended ETHLend. Where the fuck are those coins at, dude? Like I remember, like it's just too early, obviously, but I'm just saying, like these coins that they bring, like this is a paid sponsorship and stuff, and and doing all this, but like these coins haven't done shit at all. They haven't even kept it with Bitcoin. Like what? So what the hell are they talking about? I mean, what the whole business model of that is stay in between the fence on everything, and then just is pretty much a nickel and dime some projects and stuff, shill it on your people, and then move on to the next one, and then move on to the next one, but while looking like you're not really shilling it, but you are shilling it. I mean,
you're mentioning it. You're suggesting it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got rid of that.
And they're getting paid for those paid suggestions. But what really ticks me off is that, you know, all these people, they'll say, what utility? What utility does Hex have? And those are the same exact people that have been shilling coins with absolutely no utility. They don't even have a finished anything. They just got promises.
No
and
promise
that
of a
gets me
utility.
so angry.
Well, see, that's just it. The fantasy of there being a utility is what they're looking for. They want to be able to talk about the utility, because every time, and I think this might be mentally why their little switch goes off, because every time somebody talks about a proof of stake coin, what proof of stake coin meant back in 2017 was that you were going to lose your shit. That's what proof of stake meant. It meant you're going to give me your shit and you're going to lose it because you ain't never going to get it back. Because I've staked coins in proof of stake fucking ecosystems and I ain't never got them back. Because they didn't have the wallet built yet, and it's the wallet's coming, and just stake your coins, and you know, the wallet's coming, the wallet never freaking came, you know, all that stupid bullshit. So the proof of stake
all over their faces. That's
and
what happened.
And the proof of stake, you know, just kind of turns their switch off. It's like, oh, okay, that's a bullshit coin. But I mean, to be honest, that's the only utility that really exists in crypto, is to have a proof of stake coin that gains interest immutably, trustlessly, you know.
And that's not enough for them, right? What's its utility? Oh, well, it just makes well, that's not enough. But what do you mean it's not enough? What the hell does your shit coin do?
Yeah.
Does it make any more? No.
Nope.
You just watch the price go down? Yeah? How's that working for you?
Yeah. Just watch price go down. Price go down.
Price go
2017
down.
was like top 10 Masternoid coins to make a steady income, and like the coins have gone to nothing.
I got a question for both of you guys. Do you guys have any Bitcoin?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Like not anymore.
You do?
I do.
I got rid of my alts, completely got rid of all my alts yesterday. So no more Bitcoin.
Ooh, okay.
I'm done. I'm done with them. I said, if I'm going to talk like I am about them in public, I'm dumping the bags. I'm dumping it. It's done. I'm over that altcoin. I'm not gonna mess with that altcoin anymore. So sorry, Bitcoin, you failed me. It's been 10 lovely years, and I've held you for a few, but it was good to finally get rid of you and trade you out for the coin, which is Hex.
Not financial advice, but I just have a feeling that Bitcoin is going to be stuck in that $10,000 limbo. It's not bringing in any more people at this level. We are still in a pandemic, even though we're letting things happen now, and we are still having a financial crisis with a artificially supported market, in the money printer. So I just do not see where any money is going to come in for Bitcoin at those levels. as to where something like Hex can bring people that are outside of the crypto sphere into the crypto sphere. And something like that has the onboarding capacity because it's something reasonable that people can get into and actually earn interest, as where Bitcoin is completely speculative. And we've been being told by the top YouTubers that we're getting that 100,000 or that $1 million Bitcoin. I'm so sick of hearing that for the past 3 damn years. Frickin' break the 20K for God's sakes, and then you can start talking about 100,000. But before then,
well,
you got nothing because it's stopping at 10 and it's dropping to 4.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of economic energy to get it to 20K. You know, I mean, we were at close to, we're 800 and something trillion or 800 and something billion dollars in market cap to get it up there. I mean, I'm trying to find the tweet today. The guy, he wears the cowboy hat. He's the maxi.
What the hell's his
Jimmy
name?
Lee.
What's that? What's his
Jimmy
name?
Lee.
Jimmy, that's his name.
Yeah.
Jimmy Song, not Jimmy Lee. Jimmy Song.
Jimmy Song.
Yeah. He made a ridiculous tweet today. Where is this? See if I can read it. He said Bitcoin dominance will be at 75% plus at the end of the year. Taproot will be activated without much controversy. Really? Has there ever been anything? Taproot's going to be uncontroversial. Bitcoin price will have a bottom to top difference of at least 100%. Halving will be the big narrative. Well, obviously it's the big narrative. You guys have been pumping that, kicking that dead horse around.
How'd that halving work?
Well,
Where's that pump?
I wanted to find this one here. Let's see, it's downwards and upwards supply key. Gosh, it was just kind of he tweets a lot.
I bet.
He got a big old smile too. That guy has got a.
I'm about disgusted with with the whole thing is about as much as you are, RG. Just I'm a little bit more expressive about it.
Well, I guess I'm a realist, I just think of crypto in reality, and I just find it really, really hard. And I've said it a million times on the show that people who believe in technology, who work with technology, who have been involved in technology for the last 10 or 15 years. And what are you doing? Hitting a bong, dude? Oh, it sounded like I heard. It sounded like you're hitting a bong.
Nah, dude, I was just crumpling some paper.
Maybe he is.
So I just find it hard to believe that people who are in tech, understand tech, are like okay with a piece of technology that's 10 years old that's failing. That is like, doesn't have any. Back
to the Commodore 64 again. Here we go.
Well, yeah. I mean, we use that often, and I don't want to, you just try and fill up, airspace with, RG3 hating on Bitcoin again but I really don't understand how they can look at themselves in the mirror and go, okay, I believe in tech. I believe in people's freedom to handle their finances without, counterparties and all this other stuff. But I still like this shitcoin over here that's been around for 10 years flailing. I mean, I know that it has to do with their bags and their sponsors and the, exchanges and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, at what point do you look in the mirror and go,
it's the path. It's first. It's first, and people have a tendency of, holding on to it, and, I mean, it could do things. It could, but it's going to require a large amount of economic energy and a lot of interest to come in order to move it just slightly.
Yeah. And see, I mean, and then there's that. I mean, that's like the most ridiculous thing. It's like, okay, we're in tech. If you get into a new, more solid, more stable, better producing, interest producing, trustless, something like Hex. If you get into that, you're gonna more X than sitting in the old thing or buying the old thing. How are they going to get new buyers? I mean, look, like John said, this is my theory right here. This is how I feel. If Bitcoin came out today, no one would buy it. It's nobody would buy it if it came out today. It'd be like, are you kidding me? This is the best. What are you guys doing with this shit coin? Could you imagine what they'd be saying about Bitcoin if it came out today?
Yeah.
Good. If you took all of the the cons about Bitcoin and you laid them out on the table and explained it as being your new altcoin, if you went out there and pitched your new altcoin to these guys and said it's going to do this, and that, and you explained Bitcoin to them, they'd tell you, they'd laugh in your face. And, and Tone would be like, no, that's no good. Bitcoin, only Bitcoin, that's what he would do. So, I mean,
well, there is the emotional attachment. There's the fact that Bitcoin's proof of work and the mining and all of this stuff and all of this culture was built on Bitcoin. So, the miners have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of machinery that they're invested in. They're dependent on that Bitcoin price staying high. And, they can't even pay their bills if it drops. So, there's all of this that's working against it. You can't have new people. I know you said that the guy in Texas was setting up new mine. But, if honestly he took the money that he was putting into that and he put it into Hex and he staked it, he'd be making enough to use that to buy the Bitcoins, probably more than, spending that money on the mining equipment. That's the kicker. Even miners will tell you, when it was $1,000 Bitcoin, they would have been better off buying the $1,000 Bitcoin than trying to spend their money on the mining equipment. So things are changing, but we have that whole world that has to slowly change with it. We're attacking. When we say bad things about Bitcoin, we're attacking the culture of the way things have always been done.
Yeah,
and that is the hard thing to move past.
Yeah. Like Goat Farmer's saying here, Bitcoin has the largest liquidity. Yes, it does. You can't argue that. Until we get Hex or something else through, we can't handle hundreds of millions a day. But here, one of the things about Bitcoin is that there's not enough liquidity out there to handle it either. So you couldn't sell all the Bitcoin right now because of liquidity issues. It is the most liquid asset out there, but you don't have, and that goes for the dollar and everything else. That's, liquidity really is not a measure of something's, real value, because the dollar is the most non-liquid thing in the freaking planet. And look at it, it's king. And, there's if we all went in and cashed in our digits for dollars, there isn't enough dollars to do that. It
320 years to print it if everybody went to the bank.
Yeah.
320 years to print it.
Not to give what's out there, but to print enough.
And that was before. That was before all the hyperinflation stuff that's just all the quantitative easing just happened. Okay, so that was 320 years to print if everybody went to the bank on the same day to print the amount of money that's supposed to be in the bank accounts. And that's because the banks can loan out 10 times more than they actually have. So,
yeah, on top of that,
everything's screwed.
10 times more on top of the 10 times more on top of the 10 times more. It even gets worse than that. It's crazy.
Yeah. But there's somebody in the comments that said it should be about unity, except the thing is like a lot of these maxis spend a lot of their off time just shitting on projects or just trying to make the crypto world better. And that's kind of the problem.
And a lot of it had to do with the earlier scams and all of the altcoins that made promises that walked away, They couldn't fulfill their promises. So I understand there's a lot of, bad blood in the streets. There's a lot of it. And a lot of people got wrecked, and a lot of Bitcoin holders got hurt, and a lot of altcoin traders got hurt and wrecked, and they're bitter. And I'm one of them. So I can't, I get it. I understand. And
that's our safety net. It was something to go back to, because it was the thing, it was the only thing that really survived the massacre that happened. And, it's like their life raft. So you can't pop somebody's life raft. They're not going to dig that too much,
Yeah. Oh yeah. To retrace what we said, we were talking about the 10x deal. That 10x reserve requirement was removed in March. So now they can just do infinitely what they want to do. Actually. So there's no reins on them anymore. That was removed.
Oh man.
So it's even worse
baby.
now.
So now they can loan out infinite money and infinite interest rates and pay you zero interest rates, because they can borrow zero interest rates from the Fed, because now they have infinite money.
Yeah. So the fractional reserve banking thing has been stood on its head. It's even worse. It's even worse than, you can even imagine. It's even worse than that right now. So basically all the cookie jars have been opened and all the 3-year-olds have been let loose. It's like, have at it, guys. Fucking take whatever you want. And you think a kid stealing tennis shoes on the fucking street corner in LA is bad? You don't even know what's going on in the fucking banking system, because if you had any clue whatsoever, you wouldn't be worried about that kid stealing a pair of fucking tennis shoes.
I'm gonna have to go off camera because I'm about to cry.
Dude, the average bank is 25x their what's called deposits to loans. It's insane.
See, this is what got me into cryptocurrency, because I started to become very hyper aware. I watched the history of money, and the thing about the Fed coin, and I started watching all these documentaries, because we don't understand money until we start really trying to understand money. And the creature from Jekyll Island, when they created the first U.S. reserve note, and you start reading it and you're like, oh my God, look, these people just tricked us that this shit has value, and since they're sitting on all of it, it's kind of like the crypto world, Hey man, that's what they're kind of sort of did. And you realize real quick that you are living on crypto right now, and you just didn't know it, So yeah, it taught me to seek alternative means of security, and that's what got me into the crypto sphere, because of being aware of that. So, and I think most of our viewers are probably aware, but those are some good books that will really give you a scare.
I mean, we've got the smartest community in crypto. I'm sorry. I don't see any other cryptocurrency that has a community that is as smart as ours. I mean, you got guys like Firebun and Good Texture, and you guys and
Funding Jim.
I mean, freaking Conrad, and all of these smart people coming together. And I talk shit about crypto too, because it thinks very, very highly of itself. But I'm proud of all the people in this project, because they're smart and they've done their homework, and they've become part of this community because of what they saw in Hex. And then, so all those people that were looking for a sanctuary, that were like-minded, that actually saw the reality of what Hex was, and then came into the chat rooms and just started developing relationships, and just kind of holding each other up and saying, hey, crypto can be good again, and we do have something here. This is an awesome project. Hey, crypto can be saved. Because I was at the point where I thought crypto was doomed, because I knew that Bitcoin wasn't going to do it. And yeah, you can try and talk people into Bitcoin, and they might play with it one more time or whatever. But I thought that crypto was doomed because Bitcoin wasn't going to do it. And there wasn't an altcoin that could do it until Hex came out. So yeah, so now we've got hope for crypto. And I'm not saying that Hex is going to be the coin, the medium of exchange that might bring crypto onto the market. There might be some other thing that that just freaking moves like, lightning, and just they can just make it works. It's a currency that works. What's that?
If the tubers want to pump their bags, they will utilize Hex in order to onboard new users.
Well, what I'm saying here is that Hex has its place in crypto, and because of the trustless interest, because of what it does, it's going to always have a solid place, and it's going to have a bright future because of the interest rate,
the utility,
the utility of being able to stake your coins and make more Hex. I mean, it's going to be part of the crypto sphere years to come, because we haven't seen the damage that the economy is going to face yet. It just started. It just happened, and it was an instantaneous thing. So it's going to take a long time for the effects of all this money printing, all this unemployment, all of this shit to happen. It's going to take a while before this thing really just starts laying, people out, And I mean, I just feel, good that those of us here have actually, gotten into Hex and have some type of a safety net now. Provided price go up. I know we're all sitting.
Let's go sideways. We're still making more.
Well, even sideways. If it doesn't drop another 80-90%, I'm good. I'm good. I think a lot of other people are too that have been, in for some time. So, I mean, but what I'm saying is that Hex has its place. It's going to help crypto as a whole, because there finally is a store of value. There is something worth getting into crypto for, and that's Hex. And, and then maybe there might be another medium of exchange that, like I said, moves around and people use it and it doesn't cost them much to do it. And I don't know. I haven't seen anybody put a roadmap out there to do something like that, but maybe they can keep trying to unfuck Bitcoin and get it to do that, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want everybody to think we're hating on Bitcoin. Man, I mean, it
we are.
Did what it did.
Or I am.
Well, here's the thing, okay? Bitcoin was amazing for its time. It made a lot of people rich. It did a lot of cool stuff. It opened people's eyes to alternative currencies, and the people that got in early did well. And unfortunately, at this point in time, it's just running out of steam. It requires much more economic energy to push it beyond this point. And I think when the YouTubers out there, they're like, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. I think that's kind of irresponsible to be talking people into that at this point in time. Wait till it drops.
It's really dishonest. It's really dishonest. It's dishonest.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's at kind of where its resistance point has been for the past 3 years. Maybe you're picking at me. You're like, oh, it's over 10. I'm like, just wait. But because we had that conversation. He goes, yeah, well, it's over 10 now. I'm like, yeah, just wait. And it's not like I'm a perma bear, because it does bounce between like 4 and 10 grand, and it has been for the past 3 years here. But buy on the low, not on the high. Don't be trying to talk people into it at 10 grand. If it's don't be talking about 100,000 until it breaks all-time high. Because at the moment, the charts say
50,
20K is the blue.
Yep, they're all 50, 100,000 right now. All the stuff I've seen, they're like $50,000 Bitcoin, $100,000 Bitcoin.
But that's, $1 trillion that's false. We're talking, and we're getting the shit because we say, oh, we might get a 3-cent Hex.
Yeah, I know.
And we're happy about that, right? And they're like, well, no, it can't do that. Well, what about the 10,000 X? Guys, from all-time low, that is 56 cents. XRP can hit $3. I promise you. Hex can do it. Will it do it? I don't know, but I'm pretty damn sure it can do it.
Yeah. Designed to pump.
That's when it's time. It's time.
Definitely.
I'm looking at the chats.
Let's see what's going on in there.
I hope I could figure out this whole thing. So I still think
I just want us to hit the 56 cents so we could say, yep, okay, there's the 10,000x that, you know, you guys could not fathom ever happening, ever.
Well, I like our 33 cents, man. I'm really digging at it. The more and more I look at it and think about it, I'm like, 33 cents is possible in a big FOMO freaking, you know, avalanche.
And this is what's crazy. Okay, say Bitcoin makes it to 20,000 again. Okay, that's a 2x. So if you have $1,000 in Hex or $1,000 in Bitcoin, because it doesn't give you a whole Bitcoin, you've got $1,000 in. At 2x's, that means your $1,000 is now $2,000. So, which is more likely? Hex hits a penny, or Bitcoin hits $20,000.
Exactly.
Yeah, takes a lot less money as well.
And that reality, is going to get more real in the next couple of months. You know.
Oh yeah.
Come July, August. You know, when things really, I mean, imagine where we're at right now. There's a lot of quiet going on because of the little bear run that we're having after our little run up and stuff. You know, imagine how quiet Bitcoin and everything is going to get over the next few months, you know, because they're going to go right back into not seeing any action. Because, I mean, most maxis, most people that understand Bitcoin realize that the halvening really doesn't mean anything for a year. I mean, it's like a year or two. Yeah. It's been stretching itself out. The effect of the halvening has been, you know, stretched out, and then they see the big rise. It never really happens at the halvening, but how many people that are back in crypto or in crypto that are thinking that this should have did something, and there's going to be this, you know, bear run for the next year, maybe, you know, they're going to keep trying to test 10,000, and it just keeps banging its head. I mean, it keeps banging its head at 10,000 and back down. And you can almost see when the miners' electricity bills are due, because it happens always about the same time of the month. So it's like,
and that amazing Coinbase outage seems to happen right before that move. And we called that the one show too. We were laughing about it. And there it went,
and they
down to 86.
I mean,
every 2% move, man.
Yeah.
And then they launched a bunch of coins on Coinbase too. See a coin. I had some of those in my bag the other day. I was like, oh, I wonder what those did now that they're on Coinbase.
And you remember XRP finally getting its listing on Coinbase. The army, they hounded them and hounded them and hounded them and hounded them. Win XRP. And they got on Coinbase, and they thought it was going to be so great for the price. And it finally gets on there, and then nothing.
Sure.
You know, it was like, damn. All that anticipation to get listed on Coinbase. That's why, you know, I'm not really concerned about us getting, you know, listing on the main exchanges, because I like to be around the system thing, you know, the whole Uniswap, and you know, Uniswap and MetaMask is all you need to move stuff around. I mean, when you got to cash out, you got to use Coinbase, but you don't have to send it in that form to Coinbase.
DeFi's been killing it this cycle, and you know, Hex is
the word is DeFi
decentralized. It's decentralized finance, right? And that's the projects that have been doing the best. And who's at the top of the list? Hex.
That's another thing that bothers me is they use this DeFi word all the time.
Yeah,
all the time, and nothing's DeFi.
None of it is DeFi. There is one decentralized one, and that's Hex. Everything else is centralized, which means there's an off switch. They got your money, they can flip the switch. They will keep your money. That is not DeFi. But yet, I got in an argument with a guy earlier today that was talking about, I'm all into DeFi. I'm like, and you know nothing about Hex. You're obviously not all into DeFi.
They never know anything about Hex, and they never know anything about Uniswap. All the DeFi commandos out there, they keep hollering DeFi. You lay those two on them, oh, what's that? Oh, there's no liquidity there. Oh, that's a scam.
And what are they? And they claim to be experts. You know, it's like they're on this, right? They know, man. They know. They're going to tell you.
And don't worry, bro. We have a DAO. You know, so as a group we vote, right? But who votes? Oh, the people who control most of the coins. Oh.
Decentralization
these,
much?
yeah. I get a crack out of all these projects that say they have these DAOs and they have like it's democracy, but it's not democracy at
Hex
all.
is
It's an
not
illusion.
DeFi. Sorry. Really? Really? Would you like to come on and explain to us why it isn't DeFi? I'd love to have you on. Throw the link up there.
Elaborate,
Let's,
maybe.
let's bring him on. I'm curious
Well,
about
of course,
this.
He's saying Uniswap is DeFi, and that Hex is not DeFi because it's actually not an exchange or whatever. I guess is that what you're trying to say, Crypto Goose?
But it is a interest printing
It's a
financial instrument.
Yeah, Goose.
Decentralized
CD
finance.
It is DeFi by definition because it is decentralized, and you can say all you want about bags or whatever you want, but that doesn't matter. That's not what makes a crypto DeFi.
Decentralized financial product.
So you hold your
CD.
keys. You don't give up your keys. You don't give up your crypto. You are the one printing and minting your coins. So therefore, it is decentralized. No one can do it for you. So, you know, it's not like you're giving it away for somebody to loan it out to do something else with it. That isn't DeFi. That's banking.
Yeah,
that's bank.
I mean, I understand what he's trying to say, but it's still under the umbrella of decentralized finance. It's not a decentralized exchange. Of course, it's not an exchange.
No.
It's a cryptocurrency, and it's a smart contract, and it's trustless interest, but it is under the DeFi umbrella, you know?
Yeah. These are just like they're just fucking like investor words, really. It's like these are all bank words, man. It's like the same thing like when banks back in the day, when banks were trying to say like, no, it's blockchain, not Bitcoin. It's just a bunch of bullshit to split apart the ecosystem even more. It's to fractionalize everything. It's like we're a part of this group and you guys are a part of that group, and it's divide and conquer, man. That's what I think.
Because the whole ecosystem was supposed to be decentralized finance. I mean, that's what the whole freaking thing was based on, was decentralized finance. I mean, so that's what crypto is supposed to completely be, but obviously it isn't. I mean, when you gotta bend over, spread them, and cough in order to get into an exchange.
KYC.
Yeah, I mean the KYC thing is. I mean, I felt violated the other day doing my KYC. It was so freaking horrible. Sending them all these pictures and
spreadsheets.
No KYC in Uniswap. No KYC for MetaMask. No KYC for running the Hex contracts. So
yeah. No, the only way that and you'll never get away with it. The only way that you have to, give up the ghost is when you turn it into dollars. When you try and get it into your bank, when you turn it into dollars, that's it. You've got to go through one of the unless you sell to somebody for cash in a back alley. You're not right. So. Yeah. Anyway, what else do we got going on? Hex is the best crypto for sure, 100%. I think Go Farmer just trying to make sure he knows. We know that. I got you, Go Farmer. What else is going on?
Go Farmer.
I know.
I just get all my rages, guys. I'm not. Honestly, I have no problem when people have a disagreement or a difference of perspective. I just expect them to be able to support it, and I don't have any problem with that. We were actually talking about trying to get some of the haters to come on, which I thought would be great. We could offer a bounty if they could prove that Hex is a scam, and the only thing for that would be they have to be able to answer all questions, yes, no, or I don't know, and I don't think anybody can do that and successfully make a case on Hex being a scam.
Right. Let's see. What is? Kinetics is got a little something to say here. Kinetics is one of he's a real world financial guy. Let's see what it says. Selling it for real dollars is all I care about when it comes to Coinbase, Gemini, and Cash Cash App listing Hex. Yeah, you know,
Right.
selling it for dollars is the trigger for taxes. So make sure you have your bases covered on that.
Yeah.
We talk about that often too. What is it? Somebody actually had a stream out the other day that was talking about Act 20 and 22 for Puerto Rico. I saw that, how to do all that, how to get it set up and whatnot.
Mm.
That's
See.
probably funding them.
Funding Jim. Yeah, he's
Right back.
starting to
That's right.
stream. That's cool, man. We need more streamers, especially right now. So, well, anyway, guys, we got anything else, or we're gonna wrap this thing up and we're gonna do a shorter one today because we've done these for 2 hours plus 3 hours. Nothing wrong with milking. A few days. Hey guys, so thanks for everybody for coming on to the chat and hanging with us. We appreciate you all. Like, comment, subscribe, put a little something in there as far as some comments. Tell us we suck, whatever. That's cool. The Friday night hangout, I think I should have enough balls to go with OBS Streamlabs and have all the bells and whistles like Hexo has on Dlive and do all that stuff. So that's my my thought is we'll be ready to roll then. So with all that, thanks guys for coming on. Appreciate all of you. Go out there and kick some ass, take some names, and we'll see you guys on Friday. Have a good one.